I respect it so much because what I do, I get cuts, I get redos, it's not going to be in the movie unless it's perfect.
Yeah.
They are doing what I do live, and they might break an arm. They might tear something.
Maybe concussed.
Yeah, and they have to bring it every week. And there are no like, hold on, can I get that back? It is what it is, and it determines whether or not you get pushed. It determines your livelihood, how much you can bring it. And there's so many moving parts. If you've ever been to a live wrestling event, during commercials, it is a NASCAR team going on.
Yeah.
Just everything that has to go into the production. And for you to do that with no off season, just every year, you're insane. So it's Broadway with violence.
With Sacco, signature move. I used to do that to my sister with a dirty sock. She used to hate it. What are your favorite signature moves of all time? She's 2 years younger than me. I mean, of course. My brother was like, give me crab crawlers. He'd hang me by my underwear. And I'd give her the Sacco. It was bad. I mean, this was a terrible era.
I feel like the choke slam was like one of those moves that for a kid, you can do it safely. And like you're not doing DDTs properly if you're a kid. But a choke slam is like the perfect into the pool move to do. Obviously,
Stunner.
The spear as well. Stunner. The reason why, like, one of my favorite finishers of all time is the RKO because it comes out of nowhere. The stunner, low key, can come out of nowhere as well. So he had to put in the kick so people would know that the stunner is coming because before he was just hitting the shit.
Yeah, DDP.
People were like,
it's the same thing as Diamond Dallas Page
the
cutter.
Diamond Cutter.
It's the same thing.
Also, Sweet Chin Music. Now, a lot of people want to debate that Sweet Chin Music is just a super kick. Sweet Chin Music, you gotta tune up the band for it to be the Sweet Chin Music.
You don't just kick
that bro, Shawn Michaels is Sweet Chin Music like that.
We had Shawn
out of nowhere is great.
He was crazy.
You know, as much as I love The Rock, his finishers just doesn't seem like it would knock you out. The rock bottom, People's Elbow for sure. The People's Elbow was just to get somebody to laugh. Was it Taker or Triple H? One of those dudes, he was just trying to get him to laugh at a house show, and then it took off, the People's Elbow. But it is the most electrifying move in sports entertainment.
I love the sharpshooter by Sting.
Hell yeah.
Or the figure four.
There's Undertaker.
Figure four is Sting. Sharpshooter's Brett. And the reason why it's sharpshooter, because he's a hitman. That's the shit.
So the People's Elbow was made to make Undertaker laugh.
Yeah. You always want to try to break Taker. They can't break Taker, bro.
Remember when Taker took off his mask? Or was that Kane?
Kane.
Remember that was like a first time seeing like that your parents were putting the fucking gifts under the Christmas tree.
Yeah, bro. I was
like,
just
wait
about
a
to
minute,
say
is that how he looks?
That was one of the times that like wrestling broke my heart.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to look like Freddy Krueger under here.
He looked regular.
Yeah. You killed your parents in a fire.
Weren't they broken?
Like, you're a fucking liar. Dude, came up under that mask looking like Wreck-It Ralph.
Exactly. Looked too nice.
Yeah.
Looked too nice.
Normal dude.
Now
he's a mayor.
Where were you when you were watching this match?
Dude, I'm at home in the valley. Shout out Tarzana. But yeah, just more than likely in the living room, big TV. Shout out to the big TV. But yeah, at the house.
Shout out to the house.
You know where the big TV is.
Yeah, that's the
big TV.
The communal room.
That's on that same television is when I watched what's that here? 99? It might have been. But on the big TV that I'm talking about is the same TV that I watched Mike Tyson bite off Evander Holyfield's ear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that around this? That was 97.
We were like, as a kid,
that was
being
97.
In the house, I was like, what happened? Like, all I see is the dude jumping around, holding his ear. What happened? And they showed the replay, him spit out the mouthpiece. And I was like, oh, wow. I don't think you could do that.
No.
I'm 6 years old. Like, oh, yeah, bro.
My brother had a graduation party. He was just getting out of high school. We had a huge barbecue. Charles Tharp was there. He was like the best running back in town.
I love how you paint scenes, dude.
And I was sitting there, and I was marveling at how my brother's friends were all drinking beers, but Charles Tharp, the guy who was going to Hawaii for a full scholarship, he had a Coke only.
Ooh.
So I was sitting there watching that, and all of a sudden everyone starts going crazy. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Mike Tyson just bit an ear off.
Yeah. And apparently
I didn't see it. I was watching Charles Tharp's
yeah.
reaction and what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because I was enamored
Yeah, dude.
at his playing style when I was like 11 years old.
He bit somebody's ear off. And apparently
Bit someone's ear off.
yeah. Against the rules.
Yeah. In hockey, it's only a 5-minute penalty.
Yeah, right. It's completely against the rules.
Now the game lead up or the match lead up.
Let me do this. So there's a couple moments that lead
The
up
Raw.
this match, and I'm sure you're this is more for audience at home.
Yeah.
So the moments here that led up to the I Quit match between Mankind and The Rock. There was a Survivor Series where Rock beats Mankind in the finals with this kind of a screw job finish.
Yep.
And this is where The Rock turned full heel and aligned with the corporation.
Yeah.
Then there was the Rock Bottom. At Rock Bottom, there was a rematch with Mankind. Mankind incapacitated The Rock with his mandible claw. However, McMahon said that since it wasn't a pinfall or submission, that it didn't count, and The Rock remained the champion. Then there was Raw is War, where Mankind wins his first WWE championship. It was a crazy match. DX was in Mankind's corner, and then The Rock came out to disrupt it. Yeah. So Mankind was going to get pinned by the cane, and he wanted to do this I Quit match.
And Stone Cold came out.
I'm one ahead. I'm one ahead. So Stone Cold came out out of nowhere and got Mankind to win.
But he was still kind of boys with Mankind.
So then this is the fourth
That's when I was confused.
Yeah. The last moment was what I was talking about, is the Raw, where The Rock challenged Mankind to the I Quit match, but then McMahon was like, okay, before we do this, you got to beat Kane. And Kane was about to pin Mankind. Rock comes out, fucks that up. And then Stone Cold comes out of nowhere and stuns everybody.
Yeah. Lunatic. What a guy, dude. By the way, Broken Skull, delicious.
Good beer.
Great beer, dude.
Good beer.
Great.
I got to check it out.
Black can will get you buzzed, dude.
You know what? I used to get so mad as a kid, though, because they'd always leave you on the craziest cliffhanger on Raw.
Yeah, but that's how they...
I'd be like, no, 5 more minutes.
Yeah, bro. Reel you in, dude.
Go back to school the next day, talk with your boys.
Yeah.
You gotta see that? It's bullshit.
And, like, this is just, like, the genius of wrestling. Like, for The Rock... Number one, The Rock's not losing at a pay-per-view called Rock Bottom.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
But for Mankind to obviously have won, but a technicality is the reason why The Rock gets to keep his belt. That is such a essence of wrestling, that you're protecting Mankind by showing that, like, no, he can beat The Rock. But at the same time, you keep the champion, The Rock, to push the story forward. And there's a lot of times where things like that are missed in today's programming, of just like, there are ways to protect your superstars and not make it look like, no, he lost cleanly. Because when you lose cleanly, then you're telling the fans he just doesn't add up to this guy. But when you do things like have matches and there's a DQ finish where somebody gets disqualified, you save both parties and you're able to push the character still. So, like, that's just a genius move.
So
I got real wrestling nerd on you right there.
No. We love the nerd stuff.
It keeps the kids, like, when we would go home from this, like, no, he didn't fucking say it. Hey, he didn't say it, bro. That shit was fake. Yeah. That shit was fucking fake. Mankind won that thing. I swear to God, Mankind won it. Dude, no, I'm not having the Twinkie today. My mom didn't pack it. Okay? She gave me fucking Ritz.
More pressing matter.
But what am I doing? Like, that's exactly what wrestling was.
That kid water cooler talk.
Water cooler talk. What was your favorite part of this match? Because I'll tell you mine after.
I mean, obviously, my favorite part is Rock winning. But, I mean, how do you forget the chair shots?
See, I thought it was so crazy when he brought him up to the crowd, when they're like, it's 12 feet up there.
Yeah.
It is 12
Those
feet.
numbers are not real.
She was like 6 feet. Yeah. But it was at Jim Rose or whatever, Jim, and he goes
Ross.
up there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, no way.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it, dude.
Don't do it.
Rock is going to hit him. And he hits him, and he goes on the speaker thing, and the sparks come out.
Yeah.
It was fucking... watching it now, I'm like, man, the pyrotechnique guy is really good.
Yeah, you better be on that button.
Because the thing fell over, but he went under it and it didn't fall all the way to where it would crush him.
Yeah.
So they had something there to hold it. So I was sitting there like, props guy's he's on point today.
Yeah, you better be. And that's why, like, that is why I love, like, in my older adulthood, now that I, like, fully grasp what I'm watching and what's going on in all parties involved, I respect it so much because what I do, I get cuts, I get redos, it's not going to be in the movie unless it's perfect.
Yeah.
They are doing what I do live, and they might break an arm. They might tear something.
Maybe concussed.
Yeah, and they have to bring it every week. And there are no, like, hold on, can I get that back? It is what it is, and it determines whether or not you get pushed. It determines your livelihood, how much you can bring it. And there's so many moving parts. If you've ever been to a live wrestling event, during commercials, it is a NASCAR team going on.
Yeah.
Just everything that has to go into the production. And for you to do that with no off season, just every year, you're insane. So it's Broadway with violence.
1,000%. And you can see it. I mean, you can see it when you see the old wrestlers.
The walks.
The walks.
No disrespect.
No
We're just concerned.
But it's like the old football players.
Yeah.
They just look run down, beat up.
Bro, you are having
up,
war flashbacks. Look at you.
Spitting up. Sorry.
Bro, you could feel the grass right there.
Feel it.
Just for some context back home, an I Quit match, the rules are there's no DQs, there's no countouts, no stoppage for blood loss. Only way
In
to
front
win,
of his daughter, goddammit.
the only
Two
way
of
to
them.
win is to make your opponent say I quit, and you can win by any means.
And Foley doesn't feel pain.
No.
It's from the boiler room.
Yeah. Not with that concussion.
Nah. That was like everyone talks about the violence of these guys, and especially this match with the blood and the 8 or 11 chair hits to Foley's head. But a lot of the athleticism is crazy to watch. Like, for them to time up things, even when you know that they're like, when you're taking a chair to the head.
Yeah.
Granted, it could be lightly hit, but a couple of those look like it could bang you. And you're definitely getting a little of that. I've been in that world where you're kind of, you're buzzing the tower as we talk.
For sure, dude.
So, like, to be able to perform a line after tower is buzzed,
yeah,
but also be in the right choreography of doing this shit while being fucked up,
yeah,
is gnarly.
And I'm sure with adrenaline, them first 2 shots are like, oh man, we're doing great. 4 or 5 is like, wait, hold on, let's dial it back. 7, 8, you're like, Dwayne, please.
You're handcuffed.
11,
bro.
assault, as Adam Scheffner would say, assault.
Yeah, you're trying to give like hints with your eyes. It's just like, bro, this is what I do to feed my family. It's just weird times where you kind of gotta take a step back for a second, dude. And these chair shots, I really feel like changed the game for everybody, because it's like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Shouldn't.
You know, the last gnarly chair shot I remember after this, like from the top of my head, Jeff Hardy cracked the fuck out of Brock Lesnar one time, where I was just like, dude,
Yeah.
are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to talk in the back?
You know, so I'll tell you something. Whenever we would play in Buffalo, you would see this shit happen.
Oh,
This is exactly where Buffalo Bills Mafia gets their little characteristics from. I'm talking like, I was watching this thing. I was like, this looks like Bills Mafia.
Oh,
people
man.
are jumping through tables. People are getting hit over the head with chairs. It's fucking crazy.
if I lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, I'd go crazy too.
4.
4.
Tapping at the door.
Dude, like as a fan, I know the pressure, because like when your team is in the championship, it kind of sucks. It's kind of a stressful, like, please, God, please just let us get this one. Let us get this one. And then you get to the Super Bowl and you lose and you're like, oh, it's the worst feeling ever. And then you do it next year and you do it next year and you do it next year 4 times in a row. I throw up.
Who's the Buffalo Bills equivalent in wrestling?
That's good because everybody has their day some days. It took Mark Henry 15 years to get his first title.
Maybe it's Mark Henry.
I don't know, but they haven't gotten their first title.
There's no one mean enough on the writing staff to do what the Bills did. Do that to the Bills.
Like, dude, they don't have their first title. They've been to the dance a whole lot. And it's Bill's fault. That's the greatest twist in sports.
Bill.
It was all Bill.
A lot of it was.
Yeah.
So let me put a bow on this match. It wouldn't be a Mankind Rock match if someone didn't go through the announcers table. That happened early.
Of course.
We talked about the speakers. We talked about the handcuffs and the 11
ladder.
shots to the heads. You want to walk through the ladder? You want to walk through the final moment? We were watching it earlier.
Yeah, he didn't say it.
Definitely didn't.
It was definitely part of the arena.
The best heel move ever, dude.
But how could they stop it? See, they still got me mad.
Yeah.
They still have me fucking mad as an adult
Rocky.
now.
Way to go, Rocky, man.
Let's do the aftermath real quick. Hit this. So, this happened. I Quit match. Great. Then, not too long after, so the two met shortly after at halftime heat, which was during the Super Bowl.
that.
Yep, I remember watching
The Rock.
that.
Yeah, they did counter-programmed Super Bowl halftime, which was Gloria Estefan, Stevie Wonder,
What was that?
and
The
the Big
match
Bad
with
Voodoo
in
Dad.
the with no
Nobody was in there.
Empty
the
arena,
empty arena match.
Yeah.
going like through the kitchen and shit. And Mankind ended up winning that by pinning The Rock with a forklift.
Yep. Straight cheating. Also, I just like Super Bowl, I remember things used to happen during halftime of the Super Bowl on other channels. Remember Celebrity Deathmatch did something?
I love that.
Yeah, man. Bring
Celebrity Deathmatch was awesome.
That was great, dude.
So bad.
It would start so many PR fights nowadays.
But it was
Why'd
pretty
you make our guy
violent too.
lose?
With
Yeah.
Like they'd be having guys' heads off and shit.
Dude, my dad landed on Vanilla Ice and iced tea in a block of ice. Shit was crazy.
That's great writing.
I'm just glad he got the dub. Nobody wants to see their dad claymation die.
Oh, was it the ice match?
Yeah, bro, it's ice. It's
So much ice.
Yeah, it's a triple threat ice match. Ice Cube won.
Wow.